Welcome everyone. MB Walker over here. We're gonna do a vid today. We're gonna talk about the markets. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin. We're gonna talk about the impact on altcoins. We're gonna talk about what previous already happened. We're gonna talk about how can we as retailers together grow as a community. How can we reach more retailers that are just like blind sheep getting wrecked over and over again? Yeah, so a lot to talk about today, and also what to expect because we're approaching a very volatile days. So it's really a lot to talk about today, guys. So a lot of alpha, a lot of education today, and please be the player, not the played. It's very simple as that. Okay, thank you. This can go off. Okay, let's start, guys. Let's first start with this. Guys, I share a lot of charts on the macro, and a lot of charts that I share on the macro, I never remove a tweet or whatever, but I know for sure that you will find a tweet about me when we hit the death course with the 200 EMA and the 50 MA. The 200 MA and the 50 MA, and this light blue line that you're seeing here, this is the 50 MA. So the 50 MA, I tweeted this chart. You can look it up. It's like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, and I told you there is a new sheriff in the house. There is a new sheriff in the house. Well, as you can see, this sheriff is at this moment, it's pushing the Bitcoin price down. I've warned you about it, I've told you about it, I've tweeted about it. So this is the new sheriff. So this is now the indicator to beat for the bulls, and the bears will protect this blue line. This is what they're going to do over here, and I think that the bulls will try to defend this one. I think this is a 21 MA, so this is it's in the indicator, so I think that the bulls will try to defend this one, and the bulls are pushing. You see how beautiful it's pushing, because you have to always, when you see an indicator, is it something to look at, yes or no? Always look at the past, and if you can see, the 50 MA was very strong support over here. This was in 2021 when we got our first big bump, and then we came down very hard. It was the 50 MA that was holding the price, because you see supported. We went above under it, and the bulls pushed it up again here. Under it, the bulls pushed it up. There was buy pressure over here. So the 50 MA was very strong support over here, and that caused also the reason why we went up again, because as you can see, we went up here, we came down. Also the bulls, when this thing comes close to the 50 MA, they start pushing it up again. And over here, guys, please just focus on what I'm showing you now, because this is the education you need, and not some bullshit story about some football team at the States winning or losing. Over here we lost it, so the bulls, they couldn't hold it over here, they couldn't hold it, so we lost it. And when we lost it, you see what happened. We went from 50k to almost 33k. This was a big drop when we lost the 50 MA. Then we came back, we tried to get above it again, so we managed over here. This was a fake out, and then as you can see, boom, we came down again. And this is now the second time that we're testing it. From the last time was at March 22, so it's a year ago. That's when we tested it. And now we're trying to get above it again. And it also comes together with the 200 MA and with the 200 EMA. So guys, you just have to imagine how strong this resistance is. This is huge resistance. And for sure, maybe in some FOMO pump or so whatever, we can get above it. But if we get above it, the question is, are we able to close above it and to find more bullish continuation? So for now, look at it, just look at it. Let me try to zoom in for you guys better. Look at it. Look how it's pushing it down. We came above it here and then close below it. We came above it here, close below it. We're testing it here. We couldn't even break up it. And we're going down and down. And yes, for sure, there are a lot of fundamentals playing a role here with the Silvergate and so much thing going on. But, you know, I've also tweeted this once before. It's always so remarkable how fundamentals come together with TA. Very, very, very remarkable always for me to see how fundamentals come together with TA. Because if you would forget about everything happening in Bitcoin, all the FUD, everything happening and going on, it's getting rejected here. This is resistance. So these two are, especially the 50 MA now, it's the first one to beat. And when the 50 MA gets beaten, you got the 200 EMA waiting for it. Next stop to put it down. So I personally don't think that you just can beat this one, because if you would go to the history, how does it often work? It works like this. It works like this. Let me see. Let me use this one. You come down, you test. This is the indicator. You test it. You get rejected. You come back, and the second time you beat it. And then we broke down. We come up. We test it, support, and that's when you start going up. And that's something that it doesn't happen a lot that this thing just breaks up and just goes bananas. Most of the time it gets rejected, it comes down, finds some support, and then breaks up. But for now, everyone knows that I'm very bearish long-term, mid-term, so it's only the halving, and the halving will be around here. So I think these are because you have to understand that the halving is somewhere around here. So I think that the bulls will at some point step up here. They will step up here, and this is where the cycle begins, the bullish cycle. So it's something that we have to keep an eye on, because the bulls will try to step in here at some point, and they will try to gain some momentum. But that momentum needs to come together with the stocks. So let me go to the stocks over here. Well, you see a lot of lines because I'm always playing around with this with this chart. I'm always looking for 1,000 possibilities, but that's because I just love this chart. This chart is my most favorite chart, and maybe by time most of you will understand why. Okay, so let's jump in to the tweets. Yes. Let's do the tweets buzz, or how do they call it? Why you strong? Okay, guys, it's just simple as that. Look at this thing. There's a lot of people. I really just don't get it. I really just don't get it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. If you can show me something that works, I will love you for it. So it doesn't matter who it is. Just show me something that works, something that can save me money, and something that can make me money. That's the only thing I ask. Look at this indicator. how strong it held the DXY. We broke down, tried to get up, bearish retest, and came down. And look at it over here. Why do you think this is, guys? This is on the weekly chart. If I would show you guys these examples on lower time frames, you will be amazed more. This is on the weekly time. Why did this thing just go up here? No, boom, boom, boom. It just went up. Why? Why is it here stopping? Why? Do you think it's a coincidence that it stopped? No, it's not a coincidence. This is why it stopped. It reached the indicator, and over here it gets rejected. It's not that I painted this thing. This thing has always been here. It's just the price action follows it. And you see we reached here resistance, and then it came down. And if you believe in that, you can act on it and you can make money on it. What do you have here? The system runs like this. New retail funds. Okay, this. Thank you very much, DeFi Profit, for this message. This is what I've been saying for like a year now. It's so hard for me to reach retailers. It's so hard for me to reach retailers to educate them the right way. It's almost impossible, because you have to collaborate with other influencers that already have 200, 300, 500 million followers. And as you guys know, you can check them all, but most of them all are on a payroll. They're a member of the marketing machine, and most of them you have to be a part of the system. And if you're not a part of the system, they will bury you. They will bury you. And the only way, and this is something that I also tried to, I've repeatedly said this in my vids, if you want that the retail army will grow, it's not something that you have to ask me. I will do everything I can. If I can find some big platform or some big influencer that has an open mindset to collaborate with me without shilling leverage exchanges, I will work together with someone like that. And I'm also able to do a lot of things to reach a lot of retailers, to teach them the protect capital mindset, to teach them how to trade altcoins, to teach them how to trade commodities, to teach them how to trade anything out there, but the most important thing, how to protect their capital, and also show them the tools to use, show them how to use them. I'm willing to do this if there is some big influencer out there that is open-minded for this. But if in every negotiation always comes out the leverage exchange shilling, you have to work, you have to sponsor. I work together with sponsors. I will sponsor, no problem, but I will not sponsor extra leverage exchanges. Just as simple as that. That's the only thing. If you want to use a ledger, I also already partnered up. Tradingview, NordVPN, it doesn't matter. Everything what will protect retailers from any danger and doesn't risk them to lose money on, I will partner up with someone like that if I believe in that product. If I don't believe in something, I will never work with it. But I just can't work together with exchanges, leverage exchanges, because I know what the recipe is. The recipe is very simple. You get them on there and let us do our thing. This is how it works. So it's like this. The exchange comes to you. Your job is to get them in, and when you get them in, then let us do the rest. And it's very simple. These guys make a lot of money out of you, and there are a lot of exchanges now offering free spot rates, free, so free of fee. Why do you think they do this? Do you really think that you just come to their exchange and you can trade spots for free? What's the winning? What's the, how do you say in English? How are they going to make money? They will get you into leverage trading. They will kill you. They will destroy you with marketing shit to get you into leverage trading, because that's where they make money. They will wreck you over there. They will definitely wreck you. Okay, enough about that. Yeah, it's very difficult. Guys, if you want to grow, it's very simple. If you want to grow as a retail army, first of all, you have to have your retail army tag over here, retail army tag, just tag it, tag retail army in your Twitter if you believe in the retail army and in the protect capital mindset. That's the first one. And the second one, to reach other retailers, you have to, it's very simple, you click on this one. Suppose you read this. It's very difficult to go, okay, you think, okay, wait a minute, MB, you're working so hard for us, and you've helped me from getting wrecked, because I know there are really hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of people that follow me that I've saved from getting wrecked. I just know this for 100% sure, because I've all the DMs to show you. If you think, okay, maybe I want to do something back and I want more people to be saved from getting wrecked, it's very simple. You go to this over here, you do copy link to tweet, you copy it, you go to a big group where there are like 100, 200, 300, 500,000 followers, and you go to some tweet from some big influencer and you copy this tweet over there. And you copy this tweet over there. When people are reading and they read, wait a minute, who is this ML killer? Oh, wait a minute, he is teaching. He is not shilling leverage exchanges. He is teaching how to see markets. He's teaching how to protect capital. Wait a minute, maybe we should follow this guy, and maybe he will teach us stuff from what we cannot get wrecked on. And that's how you grow. That's how you grow, because I don't have the marketing machine backing me up, because I don't work with these guys. I'm not in the system. So this is an easy way, very easy, how you can grow, because you'll be amazed if only, like, what do I have? I've got 5,000 followers. If only 10%, only 500 followers would do this, would just copy this one, copy link to tweet, and go to some big info like CZ, or like, I don't know, like Coin Bureau, or like whoever, or like all those other clowns like Carl the Moon, or whatever. And you just copy the tweet and you paste it into as a comment, and it doesn't have to be hateful. Just be respectful, because we all have our thoughts about how these guys are destroying people and destroying everything. But it doesn't have to mean that we have to lower our level and become hateful and call these guys names and etc. We can just stay respectful. Guys, you want to, this guy is like a FOMO beast, and this guy is the one that is going to show you how to see markets and how to protect your capital. If you want to follow this guy, follow or check his account. And if you want to follow, that's your own choice. You follow or you don't follow. Maybe you like the FOMO beast, and well, someone like that, he doesn't have to follow me. Just go follow all those other guys. But there are a lot of retailers. They are still asking me, like over here. I got a lot of someone just asked me. I tweeted something about peer, and he asked me, is peer in a buying zone right now? Bro, come on. I get a lot of questions about it's not about. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me remove everything. Move this one too. Okay. There are a lot of people on CT talking about influencers that call the top over here, or they call the top over here. Actually, the real people that really call the top, you will not see them, and you will not see anyone saying, well, hey, MB Wool Killer, wait a minute, let me see. He came into Twitter. When did he came into Twitter? Let me see. He joined October 21. This is when I joined. Okay, let's go. Let's do some calculation. When was October 21? When was it? It was over here. This was October 21. This was October 21 over here. This was October 21. You see it? Okay. This is when I came to Twitter. Not because I like attention, or I like to get on Twitter, or I'm selling some paid programs. No. This is when I realized I was already out of the markets. By the way, when I came on Twitter, I was already 100% in cash. But I thought to myself, wait a minute, I was on Twitter and I was reading a lot of comments and I was seeing a lot of FOMO going on. And I thought to myself, this can be good. There are a lot of retailers going to get wrecked here. It's going to happen. So this is when I made a Twitter account against all my community, my friends that I've been trading with. They told me just stay out of social media, MB. Stay out of social media. Well, I chose to go on a mission and to try to save as much as I could. Look where that was. Did anyone on CT read something about this? Wait a minute. This MB Willkiller guy, he came into Twitter on 21, and since he came on Twitter, because I never removed any tweets, all my tweets from October are out there, this guy has been warning us from here to here. This guy has been warning us to get out, 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 get out. I never said bye. Never. And where are we? If I say buy, it's only on a short bounces. So when for a bouncer to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% on these bounces, I say buy. But I never said hodl long term. And everyone who follows me knows this. So this was me. This is with all the proof. The proof is on my Twitter account, and you all can also see that the date that I've been on Twitter was from 21 October. It was over here. So this is the problem in CT. The real people, maybe my English is not my first language, so maybe I will get a lot of unfollows, or people don't like to follow me because they think, wait a minute, this guy can't even talk proper English, so how could he be good in anything, in TA or understanding macro markets or understanding crypto? Well, these are the ignorant people, because they think that English is what makes them profitable. Because if the English language would make people profitable, then all America and all England would be multi-billionaires by now. If it was by making gains, if English was the reason why people how you can determine if people are good investors or not. So guys, I've been preaching this now for a year and a half. Is anyone on CT saying this? No. Will you read it somewhere? No. So how do you expect that retailers know this? Because the only thing that retailers that are new in the market and come into the market, the only thing they see is they see the big scammy influencers that remove tweets, and one day it's bullish, the other day he's bearish, and then he told you I'm bearish and bullish at the same time, and he will show you only the bullish cases, and you go follow him and he will kill you in FOMO, and you'll get wrecked. These are the guys that are to be found, because they don't find us, the retail army. And why don't they find us? Because we don't tag retail army, we don't comment, we don't get into these groups. How can retailers find us? It's impossible to find us. You have to make noise. I'm always saying, if I've helped you, and if you have been educating, and if you believe this, and if you have been jumping out with me over here, or did not buy in over here, or did not buy in over here, the only thing I ask, because I will never ask you for money, even if I know some people that saved themselves for millions and dollars that followed me and believed in me. Millions of dollars they saved themselves over here. I know these people personally. I've never taken a dime from them. I've gotten so much offers. MB, come, we want to give you some, and we made some gains, or we made some this and that. I just don't need it. The only thing I ask for is go on Twitter. When you see something you agree on, because you never share something that you don't agree on, like suppose the indicator, well, I believe it helped me, I saw this and it's good, just go here, copy link to tweet, and go to some big groups and share it over there. This is the only way to grow. There is no other way. And about my YouTube channel. Yeah, MB, I cannot find you. Yo, it's obvious why you can't find me, because there are a lot of people going to my vids. I've got like 3, 4, 500 views on my vid. People are watching my vid, and these are all people from the retail army, because I'm not famous on by other people. It's very simple. Just click on the damn like. That's how my YouTube vid will get more viewers, will get more public. YouTube will get it out there. Make a comment like, hi MB, hi MB, good job MB, for the algorithm MB. It's not like you're paying me or something. I got 400 or 500 views, and how many likes do I get? 30, 40. Really, I have to say just directly, shame on you. Just shame on you. I've never asked someone for anything, and just to click on a like, just do something like this, it's too much. It's too much to ask for. Just a click on a button. People are paying like $300, $400, $500 a month for paid groups, and they lose money at the end of the month. And they're liking and retweeting, and well, it doesn't matter. Well, okay, well, I paid $400 or $500 this month, and well, the markets went down, so we didn't make any profits. Well, too bad, but this guy is the best. This guy is the best. That's because you guys are all brainwashed. And I'm not talking about my viewers, because I know that you guys don't do that, but the other retailers, they are brainwashed. They are paying money for shit they can get free on Twitter. They're paying $300, $400, $500. And what are they paying for? They're paying for shit. Because it's shit. Because, like I said last time, I've been paying money to get into these paid programs just to check what they're sharing over there. I can tell you, 90% was shit. It's really shit. Oh, this is my only friend that I have in CT. This is my big friend. This is Sid, and well, this guy is just alpha, a lot of alpha. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one, guys, this lady of crypto. I'm not going to be hateful. I'm not going to call names. I'm just going to stay respectful here, because I think that there is a better way to reach more public when we stay respectful to each other. This lady was sharing peer. It was maybe at $24. Well, I was charting it, and I was in a defense mode, and she advised, or she shared something like, buy peer now. It's at the buy levels at $24, and I sent her a DM. I told her, listen, this thing is going to $16 or lower. This was on the very short term at that time. She answered me. She sent me a DM back. I have a paid TA team. She told me, I've got a page. It was some shilling. There was a paid program, and there was a team that works together with her, and they would teach me how to do TA. 374K followers. Do you really think that there are people over here that are learning something over there? Behalf of getting wrecked on Degen projects? And for sure, you will make some profits. But you will not hold on to those profits, because eventually it will go down. And these guys, the way that they are getting brainwashed is to buy and hold and not sell. So these guys or girls will all be wrecked. And look at the answer she gave me. I was telling her, because not maybe 2 days after, 3 days after, it dumped to I think $11 or $12. When this happened, when I want her and her followers. I would tweet it in to her followers, but they didn't want to listen, and they were calling me names, by the way. I remember, yeah, they were calling me, you're this, you're that, all bad names. They were calling me bad names. Only 2-3 days later, this thing went to, I can't remember, it was maybe 12 or 13 or $11. Well, I tweeted back to those haters. I told them, well, call me names now. Now you're wrecked, totally wrecked. So these guys are brainwashed. Okay, let me see here. I used to watch a lot of crypto shows. Well, this guys. I used to watch a lot of crypto shows. All the famous ones, you all know them. It's all great. But what I was doing, I was watching these guys, and while I was watching these guys, I was spending like hours and hours on these guys, and then I was asking myself, wait a minute. I'm spending time watching these guys while I could spend that same time educating myself how to make money, because these guys, all I can see is FOMO, 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 another FOMO, shilling, 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 and another shilling, and this is going to 100k, this is 1000k, this is the best, this is going to the moon, this is going to make you a millionaire, this is going to make you this was what I was seeing hours and hours daily. Then I was asking myself, wait a minute, let me look at my portfolio. Well, my portfolio isn't making those things that these guys are saying. I thought, wait a minute, there's another system, there's something else. People are making money, and that's when I started chasing wills, what wills are doing. And that's also why I called myself Will Killer. I was eyeing what wills were doing, and I was doing the same what wills are doing, flipping my money from project to project, doing TA, buying support zones, selling bounces, going out of the markets. At that time I was leverage trading, shorting the shit out of so much coins, buying very strong support levels, and that's where I started building my wealth. This is what I did. But spending your time watching a show, it's maybe 1 hour, or it is 50 minutes or 40 minutes, and maybe 5 minutes of that show will be something out of value. 95% is shilling, 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 FOMO, FOMO, shilling, entertainment, 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 shilling, FOMO, FOMO. That's not gonna make you the money you're searching for. That's not going to make you the life-changing money. Well, you're creating money for them, to them. That's what you're doing. Guys, this chart, I'm gonna open it and then we're gonna stop this vid because it's already way too long. This chart, I've showed this chart, and I already also asked it to the retail fam, and well, it's very easy when I ask someone, listen, what do you see when you look at this? What do you see? So you're looking at this. What do you see? We've got the indicator over here. That's the indicator. What do we see? This is on a weekly time frame. We've got here the S&P, Bitcoin, Euro, and the DXY. The first thing when someone asks me, what are you seeing, MB, over here? I will tell you, wait a minute. We're here on the weekly on support. We're here on the weekly on support. We're here on the weekly on support. And we are here at resistance. This is the first thing anyone should see. You should see this. When I ask you a question, what are you seeing here? You have to tell me, wait a minute. There are 3 charts that are on the support levels on your indicator, and 1 is at resistance. This is the first thing you have to see. This is basic. So this is what you have to see. When you look at these charts, this is what you have to see. Okay. The second thing you have to see is this. We've got a retracement, 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 and over here we've got a bounce. Okay. So we're now at very, very critical levels. Very critical levels. And why are we at critical levels? First of all, what's very strange, something to think about, is Bitcoin, the Euro, and S&P are all against DXY, and this is too much power in my opinion. This is gonna change, in my opinion, in the coming months, because this is not healthy. It cannot be that gold, silver, Bitcoin, Euro, S&P, everything is against the dollar. So the dollar is a lone ranger over here. So it's either the dollar go up and the rest goes down, or it's the dollar coming down and the rest goes up. This is not healthy. This cannot contain like this. This is gonna change the coming months. So I'm always looking to be one step ahead of the markets, to be one step ahead. And for now, what I'm eyeing, these charts I'm eyeing, these are very, 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 very important. So let me close it up very quickly. The DXY, we've got Jerome Powell, we've got the labor numbers coming out, we've got the CPI numbers coming out, and we've got, I think that we're gonna do 25 points. I think if the CPI numbers will be very bad, maybe the Fed could even do 50 points. Just to be clear, retail fam, if the 50 points comes in, this thing will crash. The S&P will come down very, very, very hard. So just keep this in mind. If we get, so it's very, very dangerous to trade the coming weeks. So tell me, MB, if it's very dangerous to trade the coming weeks, so what do we do as retailers, as vulnerable retailers? What do we do? It's very simple what to do. I can tell you what I do to protect capital mindset. How do we do that? How are we gonna trade this? It's very simple. This is how you trade this. You go to your BTC. I'm not gonna tell you what I do, so I'm not going to tell you what you have to do, but you can follow me if you want. But this is what I do. I go out of the markets. I just go out. Everything is out. I'm unstable. What do? I place buy orders. I place buy orders here and here and here, wherever. I just place those buy orders, and this is just Bitcoin. You can also place buy orders on altcoins. Just place them on 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% down. And I'm not telling you that we're going 50, 60% down, but what do we have to lose? Protect defense trading is the defense. What do you have to lose when you DCA down and you start putting in like at 18k you put on like 10% or 15% or 20%, and then at 16k or 17k you put another 10%, at 15k you put another 20%, at 14k you put another 20%, at 12k you put another 30%. What do you have to lose? Nothing. If it gets hit, you have bought the blood. And if you don't get hit, you wait what is going to happen. You are not going to get wrecked. You are not going to get wrecked. So meaning when you're out of the markets and this thing decides to come down, you either buy the blood, so you DCA buying over here and just wait until this thing comes up again, or you will not get wrecked. And then you tell me, oh, well, wait a minute. And what if this thing just does something like this? If it would be in your believings with the macro and you think that we have bottomed and this thing will only go up, do that. Be my guest. But that's not my thesis. That's not what I do, because I don't believe that we've topped out on the S&P, and I think that things will get more worse than better. That's my opinion on the macro. So for me, if this thing would decide to go up, I can always get my indicator on like this, and I go to the 15 minutes and I start trading. I put it on a 15 minutes like we did over here last time. What was it? Well, it was let me put it on the 4 hour. When we did like here on the last time, you just over here this pump. Suppose it's going to pump. You put on the indicator, it closes below above it. Go in, put in a stop loss under the indicator, and just trade the shit out of it on the lower time frame. That's what I do. This way, you're defense trading. So you're either markets come down and you get filled on very lower price levels, so you start DCAing down. So it doesn't mean that when it comes down and you bought that you're in profits. No, because it could go down more, but that's no problem because I'm not going all in. You just put in a percentages, so you DCA at lower levels. If it goes lower, you buy more, you wait for a bounce. This is it. And then when you get hit over here, and it doesn't matter on this one or on your favorite altcoin, whatever you want to buy, just buy at low levels. If we come down, so if we come down, we get filled and we're buying blood. If it goes up, don't be greedy, let it go up and just easy put on the indicator and trade on very low time frames. And if this thing decides to go sideways, well then no problem, just wait until the noise goes away. The Fed has done his thing, the markets have done their thing, and then you start trading, accumulating. Because again, I've told you guys so many times, I never buy on bounces, I sell on bounces. So when markets are like accumulate, we went down, accumulate, and then we've got a very strong bounce like this, almost 50%. I told you 25, that's it. I've shared like 1,000 charts about this. It was a resistance level. So when you are trading this, I never buy on the bounce. The bounces are for selling, because in my opinion we didn't reach the bottom yet, and we're not in a bull run yet. So I sell every freaking bounce and I buy when this thing makes, like, suppose it comes to 18k, makes a higher low. This is where I buy, and not here. Here I trade when this thing wants to go up, which I don't believe in, by the way. Okay, guys, you just cannot imagine how important this protect capital mindset is for retailers, especially uneducated retailers, especially vulnerable retailers, especially people that have big amounts of money. And when I say big amounts of money, I'm not meaning like you're a millionaire or something, but suppose you have like 20K or 30K or 10K. Guys, if you lose that money, you'll have nothing to invest on, because you have to remember that we are at the end of the bear market. I'm not saying that we are at the beginning of a bear market. So we are at accumulation zones. There are going to be opportunities if the market decides to come lower, and you need that money to hold on for 2-3 years, because you can make life-changing money with that money. Don't waste your money on when it gets wasted. Waste your money when it's an accumulation, and be very, very, very cautious by losing it. So this is very important for a lot of retailers to know, to educate on, and to whatever. And the only thing that we can do this is by doing this together. So we've got like, I think this video will get something like 200, 300, 400, I don't know how much views. If everyone just puts on that like, or on Twitter only retweets, or only like I shared, copy, share link, copy link, and just share it in other groups. This is how we can grow together. And this is maybe we can, I can also extend this and be more, make more trading courses, make more, spend more time, make more vids, because you have to understand, I'm doing this all alone. Guys, have a nice one, and bye bye.